Last night, you lived a whole other life. You were somewhere that doesn't exist, with people who weren't there, doing things that made perfect sense at the time. And then your alarm went off, and it was gone. Scientists have been trying to explain this for over a century, and what they have found is stranger than any dream. Here is what is actually happening inside your brain while you sleep. Every night, roughly 90 minutes after you fall asleep, something unusual happens. Your body goes completely still. Your muscles lose all tension. You are, for all practical purposes, paralyzed. But your brain? Your brain lights up like you are wide awake. Heart rate climbs. Eyes dart behind closed lids. And somewhere in the middle of all of this, you start to dream. This stage is called REM sleep, rapid eye movement, and it happens 4 to 6 times every single night, whether you remember it or not. But why? Why does the brain run this strange nightly theater? What is the point? The oldest answer is also the simplest. Dreams are your brain processing emotions it could not handle during the day. Matthew Walker at UC Berkeley found that during REM sleep, the brain replays emotionally charged memories, but in a neurochemical environment stripped of stress hormones. The result? You wake up and the thing that devastated you yesterday hurts a little less today. REM sleep is, in his words, overnight therapy. The dream is not the story. The dream is the treatment. But that is only part of it. In 2007, researchers discovered something that changed how scientists think about dreaming entirely. When you dream, your brain does not just replay the past. It combines memories in ways that have never been combined before. It takes two unrelated experiences and asks, what do these have in common? This is why dreams feel so strange. A childhood home that is somehow also your office. A stranger who is also your mother. A door that opens into the ocean. Your brain is not being random. It is being creative. It is searching for patterns across everything you have ever known. And this process has a name. Researchers call it memory integration. And the insights it produces are real. The chemist Auguste Kekulé discovered the ring structure of benzene after dreaming of a snake eating its own tail. Paul McCartney woke up one morning with the melody for Yesterday fully formed in his mind. Dmitri Mendeleev saw the structure of the periodic table in a dream. These are not coincidences. These are the brain doing exactly what it does every night, connecting things that waking logic keeps separate. But here is where it gets truly strange. Your brain knows you are dreaming. Not consciously, not always, but structurally. There is a region in the prefrontal cortex, the part of your brain responsible for logic and self-awareness, that partially shuts down during REM sleep. This is why you do not question impossible things in dreams. A fish that talks? Fine. Your dead grandmother serving coffee in a spaceship? Makes sense. The logical editor goes quiet, and without it, anything becomes possible. Some people learn to turn this on purpose. Lucid dreaming, the ability to become conscious inside a dream, is a real neurological state. Brain scans show that lucid dreamers have a reactivated prefrontal cortex during REM sleep. They are simultaneously asleep and self-aware, dreaming and watching themselves dream. And there is one more thing that almost nobody talks about. You are not the only animal that dreams. Rats dream about mazes they ran during the day. The same neurons that fired while they navigated the maze fire again in the same sequence during REM sleep, as if they are running the maze again in their minds. Birds dream about songs they are learning. Dolphins dream. Cats dream. Even some reptiles show signs of REM-like sleep states. Dreaming is not a human quirk. It is ancient. It has been conserved across hundreds of millions of years of evolution, which means it must be doing something important, something that survival, generation after generation, could not afford to lose. The most honest answer scientists have right now is this. Dreaming is how the brain stays alive. Not just emotionally, not just creatively, but literally. Animals deprived of REM sleep die faster than animals deprived of food. The brain needs this strange nightly theater not as a luxury, but as a necessity. So tonight, when the lights go out and the dreams begin, the impossible places, the people who shouldn't be there, the logic that makes no sense and perfect sense at the same time. Your brain is not wandering. It is working. It is healing old wounds, building new connections, rehearsing, creating, processing, integrating, running the most sophisticated software on Earth in the only window of time it has to do it undisturbed. You do not just sleep to rest, you dream to survive.
Hit like.